got a song. You've got a song. We've all got a song to sing. Welcome to the Fresh Toones Show. My name is Dave Pauls, and today's show is one of my episodes called Writing Your Song. And the focus of this Writing Your Song episode is called An Audience of One. Now, some people may say, what do you mean you write your songs for an audience of one? Don't you have to write it for all the people that are going to hear your song and want to buy it and sing it? And shouldn't you have them in mind? Well, I guess in terms of commercial success, you better have them in mind. For years, I worked in animation, and we always had to have our audience in mind when we wrote our jokes or did our animation or told our stories. What's that audience going to think? It's probably not a good thing when you start out writing a song to be having that audience there constantly evaluating every line you put in your songs. I think you need to, at least initially, focus on that singing to yourself or that voice inside yourself to figure things out. And the more you can be sincere and true to that, I think you're really going to enjoy songwriting and it'll stick with you for a lifetime. If you're going to write for that audience to be successful and everybody to love you and tell you how great that song is, you're probably going to be pretty frustrated a lot of the time. And I think a lot of folks are going to give up on their songwriting. So have that audience of one in mind when you're writing your songs. And this is one of my very earliest songs, probably inspired by Bob Dylan's Blowin' in the Wind. It's called The Wind, and I was really asking for some counseling from the wind or whatever, the God or the spirits that inhabit all the energy in the universe. I was looking for some help. I was a young person, probably 18, 19 years old. So I wrote this called The Wind. And I think I was pretty sincere to this audience of one that I was singing to.
All I ask of you, wind, is will you whisper in my ear? All I ask of you, wind, is will you gently whisper in my ear? Point me in the right direction and then put that wind behind me and get me moving and keep me moving to find out about truth and living, love and giving, peace and forgiving. Once there was a time, not long ago, I would never ask myself if something felt right or wrong. It was too easy to say majority rules, but all I really showed was my disloyalty to the wind. The wind. Then I was dead, I did not exist. They thought I was alive. What do the dead know about life? But then the wind blew, blowing the dust, revealing my coffin, and the dead arose. I rose. It lives. It lives now in you. Get up and leave your coffins and learn a little about truth and living, love and giving, peace and forgetting.
That was the second song that I ever wrote. I'm going to jump ahead here about 20 years into the early 90s, and I wrote something directly related to the subject that we're talking about today of writing your song for that audience of one. I was probably in my late 30s thinking about, well, I should try and get my music out there and get an audience and maybe sell some of my CDs. And I started going down that path, and my songwriting started to go astray. So I pulled myself back with this song called Don't Wanna Be No Superstar.
Can't live my life wishing for things that won't be that way when they arrive. Got to keep my ears wide open, for I can hear you sneaking up from behind. Don't wanna be no superstar, don't wanna be your honey pie, don't wanna live that lie, I just wanna live my life. Can't write my songs for millions, can't be the clown for the crowd, can't be what they want from me, 'cause what they want can't be found. Don't wanna be no superstar, don't wanna be your honey pie, don't wanna live that lie, I just wanna live my life. Can't live my life for wishing for things that won't be that way when they arrive. Got to keep my ears wide open, for I can hear you sneaking up from behind. Don't wanna be no superstar, don't wanna be your honey pie, don't wanna live that lie, I just wanna live my life, I just wanna live my life.
Well, I've had a pretty grand time not being a superstar and just having fun writing my songs and leaning back and enjoying them sometimes later when I re-listen to them. I started out today's show playing the second song that I ever wrote back in 1971. This song is called When, and as I'm suggesting that beginning songwriters focus on that audience of one, writing to themselves, but also writing to themselves as an outside audience, if that makes any sense. So in these songs, when I'm singing about and asking the question, when will we realize, I am kind of singing to a wider audience, but it's inside of me as a representative of that audience. Why I emphasize this point is it's not a selfish thing of just just focusing on singing to myself. It does have a wider social statement that I'm participating in. But if I focus too much on what an outside audience may want to hear, then that's where I get in trouble. This song is called When.
The world has a hard time learning. Knows little claims to know so much. When will we realize how little we really know? I don't know. I really don't know. Every day I hear people say, what's wrong with the world today? When will we realize those problems lie within us? I don't know. I really don't know. The time is now, not tomorrow. The time is now, now or never. The time is now, not tomorrow. The time is now, now or never.
Well, over the last 50 years, I've been recording my song on a lot of different equipment. For many years, I had only this cassette, little pop-up cassette recorder to record my songs on. And then I moved up and I got a hold of a reel-to-reel 8-inch and used that for a while. And then when I wanted to overlay my audio, I got one of those karaoke dual cassette recorders, and I could record a voice and music and then re-record over the top and record a bass and go back and forth and do a number of different instruments. Then years later, I took the big leap and got a Marantz cassette recorder that I could record 4 tracks on, and boy, that opened the whole world. And about 20 years ago or so, I got into recording on computer, and I think I use a lot of the programs that I used originally to do my recording. I'm comfortable with them. I don't need all the sophisticated programs that are out there now. So do with what you have. And that's especially if you're in the early stages, record your songs. You can always go back and re-record them on a newer system later. Actually, the first 2 songs that I shared today, there were 2 of the first 3 songs that I wrote were songs that I re-recorded and had a little more sophistication to them. But I think it's only fair that I share one of these songs that I found on a cassette recorded back in the early 1970s. This is a song of mine called Your World Is My World. And I can, as I listen to it, I can reflect that I was struggling with this religious thing at the time. And there were folks that were going around, they were called Jesus freaks. And I debated whether I could relate to that lifestyle and played around with it a little bit. But pretty quickly found out, no, this isn't for me. And I moved on to other things, and it opened the world for me to keep asking questions rather than have all the answers at the young age of 18, because the one good book had all the answers, of course. Moved on and been asking questions ever since, in my songs and my paintings and animations, and felt pretty good about it. It's a process. So keep asking questions, keep writing your songs. This song is called Your World Is My World.
What a beautiful place this could be. We all knew just one thing. If we all knew just one thing, and that so much. You must decide now. Take a stand or take a plot. You'll be dead before you're alive, and in the shadow you shall always lie. Learn just one thing, live just one thing, and that is your world is my world, and my world is yours. Your world is my world, and my world is yours. Grab the hand of him, and he shall lead the blind. He showed us, he told us what the world could be. He showed us, he told us what the world could be. Learn just one thing, live just one thing, and that is your world is my world, and my world is yours. Your world is my world, and my world is yours. Your world is my world, and my world is yours.
This is the Fresh Toones Show, and today's theme is called Writing Your Song, an Audience of One. So I've been doing an awful lot of talking today, probably more talking than I've done on any of the 240 shows that I've done before this one. But I really got into remembering the things that I thought about when I first started writing songs. I'm going to play a song called Find Some Relief, and I was really trying to find some relief. It was a time when we were still in Vietnam, and certain questions were being presented to me that I had to figure out how to handle. It's one of my very earliest songs, 1971, around there. So I'll cut back on the talking and play this song called Find Some Relief.
Caught up in the clouds of these hazy days, my mind is pure confusion. I know what I think is right, but then the world pushes me away. I can't go on living much longer like this. I have to find some way out, find some relief. I walk around in a daze, walking and talking like everyone around me, not knowing why I say what I say or why I live, believing the only reason for life is tomorrow. I can't go on living much longer like this. I have to find some way out, find some relief. If you know a place, please tell me, and I'll go there.
If you know a place, please tell me and I'll go there. If you know a place, please tell me and I'll go there. I'll go there, yes I will. I'll go there, yes I will. Well, I've said a lot today about writing for an audience of one, but I did have a lot of friends in the early 1970s, and I wrote this song with them in mind called Time Goes By. Time goes by, yeah, time can really fly, but it's a good time when you've got friends like mine. I'll have happy times, might even see a few sad times, but it's a good time when you've got friends like mine. Well, sometimes they can frustrate me. Yeah, sometimes they can frustrate the heck out of me. But it's a good time when you've got friends like mine. Ain't bad enough, I'm mixed up on my own. Add a few friends and I'm complete unknown. But it's a good time when you've got friends like mine. On sunny days they can cloud up your sky, but on cloudy days they can make the gray step aside. And it's a good time when you've got friends like mine. Some have short and some have long hair, but we're all friends and that's all I care. And it's a good time when you've got friends like mine. Well, time goes by, yeah, time can really fly, but it's a good time when you've got friends like mine. Well, time can change a lot of things, yeah, time might even stop me from saying, but it's a good time when you've got friends like mine. It'll be a sad thing to lose these friends, but I guess everything has to end. And I had good times with the friends I loved. Well, I'm going to wrap up today's Fresh Toones show with this song called Sing Your Song. And I wrote it to remind all of us how important the songs that we have to write and sing and the lives that we have to share in our everyday lives are so critical to humanity's evolution. So be sure to sing your song.
Sing your song. Sing it from your heart. You can't go wrong. It's all a part of the big song. Without you it's incomplete. So please, please sing and let you be. It's a part that only you can fill. Without you it'd be empty still. And when what you could have brought. And songs are sung in many ways. It's not about the words, but how we live each day. Sing your song, sing it from your heart, and you can't go wrong. It's all part of the big song. Without you it's incomplete. So please, please sing and let you be. It's a part that only you can fill. Without you it'd be empty still. It would all be lost. Oh, what you could have brought. Sing your song. Sing it from your heart, and you can't go wrong. Sing your song.
And that's it for the Fresh Toones Show this week. Have a great week. Thanks for tuning in. So long now.